Hi guys, it's Nat here. Thought it was about time I came on and continued on making some stuff to go in my little birdie journal. And I'm using a fair bit of pianola paper in this one. So today I think I might like to try some little pockets and stuff. Last time we put the pages in, I haven't sewn them in yet. I've just got them organised, but they do stick out a little, so I'm going to trim them down sometime as well. And I haven't sewn it in yet because I thought I'd just leave it for now and make sure there's nothing else I want to put in there before I sew it down. But it's looking lovely. So I think what I want to do is layer some of the pianola paper onto some of this old vintage paper that I have, just to make it sturdier for some pockets and tucks. So we'll do that first. And I'm just trying to figure out which way I might like to put it, probably that way. So I'll just trim a bit of this off. So I hope you're all fit and healthy. I'm not as fit and healthy as I'd like to be, but I will get back there. So now, just trying to figure out how I want to do this. I think I'll use my Helmar's glue and make sure it sticks down nicely. I will just trim it to make it a little bit easier to manage. I might trim it the cheats way, which is like this, because why not? So yes, no gym for me next week. I'm having some time off. So I haven't been 100% lately, so I'm hoping that things will get fixed up and I'll feel a lot better soon. So hence why I haven't been as active as usual, I don't think, on my YouTube or in the group and stuff. Alright, so I'll stick this down. Oh, gotta be quick. The reason why I'm doing it the way I am is I don't want too much glue showing through the little holes. So I make sure I put the helmets sort of around the place, or else I'd just smother it everywhere. Sometimes I use glue stick and then helmets just around the edges, but I think I'm liking the way it works if I just use helmets better. You just got to make sure you get it to the edges quite well. Also around the edges. Let that dry a bit and we can start making some things with it. I mean, you can make pockets and that with the paper as it is, but it just wants to curl. I had some as a page in the book and put another book on top to flatten. It still wants to curl afterwards, so that annoys me too much. I don't like it, so rather, if I'm going to use it as pages and that, back it onto something. A little bit of excess off. And keep that bit for some smaller embellishments. All right, so what am I thinking of doing? Good question. I'm thinking of doing a little bag pocket thing. So I reckon if I cut it about here, don't know how straight that is, but we can straighten it up afterwards. Just fix it this side a bit. On this side. Now what I'm thinking of doing is folding it over like this. And then folding that back. So just debating whether I want to fold the edges over a bit, or I think I won't with this edge, but I might with the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is just fold it in half for starters and get a crease going there. Now, I might make this a floating pocket. So definitely need to straighten it up a bit. Keep it that way. So with the bottom, I might just cut this side across to the middle. So now this can be folded up. So what we'll do is, do you say mitered? Miter the corners to make it a bit neater. Now I'll fold it up, then miter the other one, because then I'll know where it's meant to be. So just grab a ruler. Try and get this somewhat straight. Don't think I cut the other side straight, but we can fix that. It's ripping up, but that doesn't matter either. It's another reason why it's good to have it backed onto something. I'll just get a bit of glue under there. Hold that down. All right, so now we'll miter this corner. So now we can have it underneath like that, and it'll just create more room in there for us to slip things in. Or we can have it over the top. I think I kind of like the way it looks over the top like that. And of course you could do it with this outer edge here as well if you want to, but I'm not going to bother. Now I just need to cut this down a bit straighter along here. As you can see, I'm not really one for measuring. So that'll be a bit better. So our pocket will end up like that. Now, you could sew it too if you wanted to, just down this side, but now do I want to cut it down? And no. All right. So now what I'm going to do is just figure out where I want to fold this down to, because I think that'll look quite nice. And the other thing I was thinking is I'll just grab my pattern scissors. I've got a whole box full of them here. Just want a simple, some pinking ones. Let's use those. Thinking of trying the pinking shearers on it. And then we can fold this side down. Now it definitely needs some inking to fit into a little book. So I might ink it before I close it. I'll just remove my scissors. Whoops. Remove them all over the floor. Doing well. Now my ink. I'm so prepared for this, can't you tell? So I've just got my walnut stain. I might have to chop a little bit of this off because it's crooked. And then re-ink. Not that you probably won't even notice that much anyway. No, because we're folding that down and that's where it's sort of sticking over, so. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just run. As I said, you could sew it, but I'm too lazy to go to my sewing machine. So I'm just gonna stick it down here from where I want it to fold it over, down to there to close it off. I might put it on this side. Like that. And then we'll just close this off as well by sticking glue on our little tab piece. I really like the way the back looks actually, especially with the writing. So hence why it's sort of a good idea to leave it as a floating pocket. Get the glue bombs off. Alright, now the next thing is to decide whether we stick the whole lot down or leave it up a bit. You could always use it as a bit of a tuck spot. Let's just give this a bit of a go on over. I can see there that it's not stuck properly, so I'll just get my little fine tip glue. Jeez, it's quite dark in here. Make something, a little cluster or something maybe. I'm liking some of this for it. Just cut this little bit out. Make it all fabric. Has to be smaller. kind it like that. And then I'm thinking maybe a little bird picture, if I can find one that goes nicely on there. So what I might do is stick this down first. So I might just layer this up. And I will whack it on. And I can always add a button or a birdie to it afterwards if I want to. Just do something like that in the bottom corner. So I might just ink this one up. Just see if I can lift this one up. Bit of stamping wouldn't go astray on that either. Could have even, which I still probably could, do some, what do you call that stuff? Stenciling. I tell you what, my brain is so fried at the moment. Just thinking how I'd want to go about it. Would have been easy to do it beforehand, but my brains doesn't work, so I could do a bit of stenciling with this. Why not give it a go? Might as well experiment. Just do it lightly. Yeah, that looks all right. A bit more going this way. Got that bit, but that doesn't matter. Still better than it was, I reckon. I'm getting fibres all over my ink. Now, just thinking what stamps I have that might work there. Just pulling out some of my little ones here. birds there sitting on a little stick. That'll do. I just want it faint. Just makes it not so bare there. Right, so that's a little pocket. Not sure if I'll find a picture for there now. Doesn't really need it. Button would be nice, but that would add heaps of bulk as well. So I think it's pretty nice just like this. So I will just go around these edges, make them a little bit darker. So that's a little pocket we can put in when we're done. I have to cut the pages down first, but I will use a paper clip probably, and it can slip in on one of these pages. Probably one like that, or maybe this side of this one, and I'll just paper clip it on. So we still have some of this. And then the scissors on, grab these ones. So what I might do is just cut it down this way. And I could do an envelope like this. Just one of your basic ones. Where we fold the top down. Get the glue off my finger because it's annoying me. That's a basic little envelope. Now this side is messy, so I'll cut that down. And then I think we might even sew this one. I'm thinking I might just miter in there a little bit. So it's like that. Now this needs some cutting down as well. So I'm actually going to sew around this, and then I will come back on. Well, what I'll do is I might ink it first, probably be the best bit, make it a bit easier. And then I'll sew around the edges and come back and stick it together. Should I put a thumb notch in it? Maybe I shall. Now I'm debating whether I really do want to sew it. I kind of like the way it looks. Though a bit of sewing would really add some nice highlights. So I'll go and sew it, and then I will be back to embellish it. Okay, so I finished sewing my little envelope. So as you can see, I decided just to sew around the whole lot and then I will stick it together. It's a very messy sewing. I'm still using this quite thick cotton stuff. I don't think it's meant for, I don't know if it's not meant for a sewing machine or it's just really bad quality. That's my excuse. I used it on the cover as well, but I'm trying to use it up. I bought all these rolls from the second-hand shop of all different colours, so probably should just be using them for making scrappies and that. So anyway, I love the way it looks. I'm glad I did the sewing because I think that looks really cool. Now I can see here where the glue's not stuck it down very well, but it doesn't matter because we've sewed it. That's reinforced the edges and that's the main thing. Also, I do want to embellish this envelope a bit. So I'm just going to trim these a little bit. I might leave some dangly bits just for now. I'll figure out what I want to do with them when we put it in the journal. I'll just take those ones off. Although we are sticking it together, so I'll make sure I take these ones on the inside off. Might as well take this one off too. Keep all my cotton. So I might use that to embellish some bits in the journal. So now I've just got to stick both sides down. Just run some glue up both sides. I'll just hold that down for a little bit until it gets tacky. And then we'll have our envelope. So I love the way the music paper looks on that, especially once you've inked it up a bit. So then we'll have our little pocket, which I think I forgot to ink around these edges here. So I might see if I can just add a bit of ink on there now. Just on the insides here. It's a bit better. Do. Also thinking of finding a word to put along here. So I'll just make sure this is sticking well. So that's going to be our little pocket. Beautiful. Now I've got my Tim Holtz words here. See if I can find something. In the garden, that's nice. Or under the cover of rain. And the garden's quite big. Oops. Almost needs to be backed onto something if it's going to go down there. So I might just see if I can find a bit of something to back it onto. I've got my big mess of stuff here. Eco-dyed paper. Don't want to cover up all of our birdies. Have to ink around it. I think that might do. Find my ink. bump and everything. So I'll ink around this a bit. And I'll ink this as well. Oops. It's a bit better. And just put that on our paper. Could even go up there. Looks quite nice on there. Maybe we will put it there. I do have some of my strands as well. No, I think we've got enough with what we've got there. Now it looks good everywhere. I'd actually put it up there. I should always just like do it, not think about it. Although when I just do it, I don't like what I've done. When I think about it half the time, I don't like what I've done either, but I'm going to put it. I know I can hear you all shouting at me. No, I'm ignoring you. Really like it on there, but kind of like it up here too, so that's where I'm going to put it. There, just finishes that off a bit. All right, so I think I'm going to leave this video here because that's long enough for you to watch and I don't want to put you to sleep. So we've got our beautiful little pocket here that we've made with our pianola roll, and we'll use it as a floating pocket. I've got a delivery coming sometime with those little bronze paper clips, and I think they'll go in this journal really nicely, so I'll probably put this in when I get those delivered. We've got our little envelope now. This needs embellishing, so my next video will be me embellishing this, I reckon. And then we'll have to get on with fixing up our pages and sewing the pages in and doing some embellishing on the pages. I don't want to make too many more bulky embellishments, but I still need a few more tuck spots and that on the pages, I reckon. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Stay safe and well, and I will see you again next time. Bye.